Billy Joe Saunders, former WBO middleweight champion. He also, Sullivan that is, has a loss against IBO super middleweight champion Chris Eubank Jr. Now he's taking on Gray, who's looking to make a statement in a step-up fight from welterweight to super welterweight or junior welterweight at 154 pounds. So we'll see what takes place, but I expect this to be a tough fight. And with it being St. Paddy's Day weekend and Sullivan being from Cork, Ireland, expect a great fight.
Yeah, Spike definitely wins for best mustache in boxing. Best
of all time. Of all time. Probably better than John L. Sullivan's.
And we got a little mask action coming in. The Deontay from the Deontay Wilder collection, yes?
I'm sure Deontay spent a little bit more money than Kyrie, but Kyrie, he really brings it into the ring. He was so confident. I talked to him last night in Worcester. He was showing support for a boxing event last night, and he was confident. He really believes that he's going to come in tonight and beat Spike O'Sullivan.
And we got the great Jimmy Birchfield Sr. in the ring, supporting his guy, Kyrie Gray. Understanding the importance of this fight. Jimmy Birchfield, CES Boxing, Classic Entertainment Sports Boxing, one of the best in the New England area.
Kyrie's in a make-or-break fight. He's in a terrific opportunity. He lost a title shot, New England title shot to Greg the Villain Vendetti, who's fighting at the end of the month on the 29th at the Melrose Memorial Hall.
Also lost.
Now he's got a big opportunity. If he could beat a guy like Spike O'Sullivan, who's fought on HBO, who's been his only defeats were to 3 world champions, as you alluded to, I mentioned earlier. Kyrie puts himself in a great conversation and gets another big shot after this bout.
And he does have power because he has 12 knockouts on his record. So that's something to say. You get hit with the right punch, and as we know, Sullivan has been knocked down by several middleweight champions. You get hit with the right punch, with the right power behind it, it might be good night O'Sullivan.
In his last bout, I actually announced his last bout where he knocked out Antonio Chavez Fernandez with one punch. It was a sensational knockout. And Antonio Chavez Fernandez usually goes the distance with everyone, and he cleaned him out with one shot in the first round.
And if you look into the crowd right now, you'll see Spike O'Sullivan coming in. Every time I see Spike O'Sullivan, all I think about is that movie Gangs of New York. And because he just reminds me of Bill the Butcher.
He is.
You know, every time I see him, it's like that look, that scowl on his face, like he's coming for it all.
Interesting on him, 34 years old. Normally you see guys go up in weight. Normally you don't see him go down in weight, but he thinks there could be a little bit of a replenishment, a refurbishment in his career here. Drop down in weight, try another division. Maybe my power speaks a little bit louder down there. Word is that he didn't have any trouble making this weight, so ordinarily I would say, all right, let's see what his energy level is like, but supposedly the weight cut was, quote unquote easy. This could be a career replenishment situation for him.
Yeah, he had his last bout, he was 157 pounds against Gorbich, and more of the reason why he moved down in weight was because of the knockout loss to Lemieux. And realizing that he's fighting guys that are weighing in 175 pounds by fight time, why not go down to 154?
Oh man, Mark Fratto's going to tell us about these guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-featured contest is set to go. This is the Dropkick Murphys and Murphys Boxing on Fight Night Live, powered by Everlast, live from the House of Blues in Boston on St. Patrick's Day weekend. This contest, scheduled for 10 rounds in the junior middleweight division, brought to you by Murphy's Boxing in association with Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports, and presented by Everlast, Be First, the Great South Bay Brewery, Boston Scally Company, Next Level Armament, Montauk Ultra H2O, Eat Clean Bro, Eat Like a World Champion, Elite Heat Water, just drink the water, Mr. Custom Made for the perfect knockout look. Check out MrCustomMade.com. And the Squire Lounge of Boston, your official destination for after the fights. The judges scoring this contest are Dan Fitzgerald, Gary Litchfield, and Larry Riley. And controlling the action at the sound of the bell, the referee in charge is Steve Clark. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 154 1/4 pounds. As a professional, his record stands at 16 victories against 4 defeats, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He wears red, black, and gold and hails from Worcester, Massachusetts. The former UBF Super Welterweight title holder, the former New England Welterweight champion, Kyrie Too Sharp Gray. His opponent across the ring fights out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 153 3/4 pounds. As a professional, his record stands with 29 victories against 3 defeats, 20 wins coming by way of knockout. He wears black with gold and is the fighting pride of Cork, Ireland. For the 10th time in Boston, the former NABA, WBO, and Irish middleweight champion, Gary Spike O'Sullivan.
Kyrie. Gentlemen, Spike, Kyrie, I know both of you. You guys know me. You know what I expect, a clean fight. So let's touch them up and let's get to work.
Touch them up. This is going to be a real dust-up. These guys like to come in and throw punches.
Yeah,
Great stare down from Spike O'Sullivan and Gray.
I expect these guys to go right at it as soon as their bell rings. I expect them to lock horns. This is not going to be a feel-out round.
War, it says on the belt line of Spike O'Sullivan coming in from Ireland. Persistent theme on this card. Gray from Worcester, Massachusetts. You see in the black tights. He has the darker skin tone. Best mustache in boxing all time, says Mr. Vina, and Spike O'Sullivan in round number 1, 154 pounders. Someone becomes more relevant and someone takes a step down. Maybe has to reevaluate depending upon how this one goes. Gray coming out pretty darn sharp in round number 1.
Yeah, Gray has the hand speed advantage, no doubt about it, and we knew that going in.
But let's not forget Sullivan's power. Remember the fight against Antoine Douglas, who was a rising middleweight prospect at the time, and how he basically dominated Antoine Douglas and stopped him.
Big shot by Kyrie.
Gray showing the hand speed edge right now in round number 1, ripping fast shots off, and O'Sullivan better get untracked real quick because this Gray looks like he's coming out guns a-blazing as these gentlemen doing color and analysis predicted here in round number 1, Boston's House of Blues.
He's not only knocking him off balance, he's knocking him back.
And it seems
Those are some big shots.
To me, it seems like Sullivan is just taking his time, allowing it to get, I'll take these punches, I'll see what you got, and then I'm going to start digging you with my power. But if he doesn't start punching fast, he can get caught with something he don't see.
A little bit risky, yes,
It's a risky
Mr.
strategy.
Porter.
It is definitely a risky strategy, where you got a guy right in front of you who's just throwing nothing but fast, good power shots right now in the first round. However, when Sullivan lands a shot, you can also see Gray slide back a lot.
See a slight reddening there on the face and the left side of the face from the right hand of Gray, who looks to be on message. A very fast start. Now ticking down to 1 minute remaining in round 1 of 10 or less of the junior middleweight division. We have a Dropkick Murphys concert after this one, so these guys are trying to show you that, no, it's boxing that y'all are here for. If you came here for a concert, you're going to fall in love with boxing, which is what John Vina told us earlier happens at these Dropkick Murphys, these Murphys boxing shows.
The question is, can Gray keep this pace up? Can he keep this pace up and continuously throw punches, throwing these punches that lands constantly on Sullivan's arm? Because Sullivan just landed a solid left hook.
Right, because Sullivan is going to be there to kind of slowly grind you down, be there right in your face, and that's a very educated left hook to the body.
And there goes
You don't take too
right
many of
hands.
those.
He just landed 2 right hands over the top on Gray.
Kyrie Gray started fast, but can he continue? Can he start fast and continue the pace against the veteran Spike O'Sullivan, who has 29 wins to his credit, and 10th time fighting here in Boston, by the way.
And 20 knockouts as well. Another right hand.
And that's why Boston has adopted him as a local fighter. You fight 10 times in New England.
Sharp action, round number 1, O'Sullivan and Gray.
Fight Night Live is powered by Everlast, who reminds you to be first. And presented by Eat Clean Bro. If you're a pro in training or you just want to eat like a world champion, check out Eat Clean Bro and use the promo code Fight Night. Elite Heat Water. The best fighters, trainers, and announcers just drink the water. Mr. Custom Made. For the perfect knockout look, check out MrCustomMade.com. And the Squire Lounge of Boston, your official destination for after the fights.
So you had Gray starting out fast in round number 1 against O'Sullivan, but we saw O'Sullivan stand his ground, act like the veteran he is, and start to come on a little bit later in the round. Let's see which side plays out to start round 2. Is Gray going to come out fast again, or is O'Sullivan going to get in his face, start ripping them left hooks to the body? So far, it started out pretty solid junior middleweight scrap in Boston.
Another right hand, a great right hand by Gray right there. He landed on the inside. He punched with Sullivan, which was a good tactic, but a strong jab by Sullivan. Strong, powerful jab, pushes Gray back. Another strong, powerful jab by Sullivan.
The Gray corner is asking for more movement from their guy. They don't want to let Sullivan just kind of plod and grind him down. They believe that he has the mobility edge on Spike, and they could get better angles on him if he keeps on moving. Kyrie Gray in the black tights. Spike O'Sullivan with the all-time all-star mustache. You want to aim for that, the tips of the, you just want to aim for the tips of them mustache, man.
It looks tempting, but Kyrie's got.
I don't want to
Can't
do
worry
it. but
about the mustache.
I don't want to do it, but I think maybe I would get distracted if I was Gray. Body work, though. He's not aiming at the mustache. Good, smart, mixing it up. Head and body, and then good movement from the torso and head of Gray, make himself hard to hit, Xavier.
Absolutely. And one thing I also realized about this fight, the crowd. The crowd is really into this fight. They are watching intently.
Excellent body shot.
Great body shots by Gray right there. They are watching intently. They are so in tune with what's going on with both fighters.
You make a good point. This is not a chattering crowd. These guys are all dialed in and watching. It's like they're not waiting for a main event or whatever. You're right. They're very focused on this fight. Good pickup, man.
You know, they've been standing here for hours, not only waiting for Dropkick Murphys, who's going to perform a great concert, but they're excited about the great action that's been taking place with these fights. And Sullivan just landed some good, solid body shots again, and another body shot that just wobbled Gray. Gray appears to be a little hurt right now.
And you see Spike, Terminator style, just simply walk you down. He got a good zest on the right hand, and keep an eye out for that left hook to the body. Look for it there for up top, but a couple times he's whacked Gray with that left hand to the body real
Right
good.
hand to the body. These guys are right in front of it. Right hand to the body hurt Gray.
That was a clash of heads. It hurt his. Clash of heads hurt Kyrie's
And he's
left
bleeding
eye.
bad. He is bleeding bad over the
That
right
left
eye.
And he's wincing from that eye. Absolutely,
Yeah,
he is.
bleeding bad from that right eye.
I believe it was from an accidental clash of heads.
That is
His
a
vision is impaired, folks. I
that
do
is a
believe you're
bad
correct.
cut.
Good pickup.
great pickup, John. That is a bad cut. And it's leaking heavily. It is bleeding heavily.
If you're wearing white, Vina, you wearing a white shirt?
I got dry cleaners that take
Double
care of this
shots
stuff.
on the inside by Sullivan.
Really? Your
Left
dry
hook.
cleaner gets out blood, bro?
I have these paper in front
That's
of me. I
what
can
you
use as a
have.
shield.
Paper is it? And Xavier, you got a white shirt on too?
Yeah,
It's a
well,
veteran move.
Yeah. Gray's still hanging in there. He's badly cut, but he's still hanging in there.
Ah, and he's grinning. He's saying, I like this.
It is a horrible cut.
More action. Good end of the round.
See Irvin Gonzalez on Kyrie's left shoulder outside the ring. One of the top prospects from Massachusetts, undefeated.
First name is what?
Irvin Gonzalez.
Irvin, okay.
They're doing great. They're doing a good job. They're getting to that cut, slowing down the blood. Ring doctor's coming over to take a look at it. Let's see how the ref calls it. As John mentioned, it appeared to be a clash of heads.
It looked like they both had dipped and that head caught that eye.
Spike O'Sullivan, hear it in the corner. Give me more of the same and press down on the gas there. You cut the kid. Let's keep on working him. Let's go at that cut. Let's turn on the offensive firepower. And Gray, he's got to come back. And he's got to be busier
That
as
jab-
he was to start the first round. This is round 3 of 10.
Yes, and I have the fight right now even.
O'Sullivan coming out with the stiff jab, and he's edging forward. He's got the large frame, trying to grind down Gray, who has a hand speed edge in theory, and perhaps an agility edge. You see Spike cutting off the ring, moving to his right and getting out ahead of Gray, and working the right hand.
The blood is coming back. It was a little punch right there by Sullivan, a little rough and tumble move, and it opened the cut right back up.
Right, when you're clinching from that side, it's just always going to reopen.
And he's also using his forearm, another veteran tactic per se.
And the wincing from Gray on the eye again, responding to the pain and the blood perhaps trickling again. Spike picked up on that, and you see him more active with the right hand.
Absolutely.
Nasty veteran move. This is the hurt game, and it ain't a game, right? I mean, if you see someone cut, absolutely, you go at it and you try to work at it and exploit it.
They say you don't play boxing. This is exactly what it is. You don't play boxing. As you can see, he's using his head, veteran move, pushing us forward, and he opened the cut again. Throws a straight right hand down the
Big
pipe.
right hand.
Backs Gray up into a corner.
That's a veteran move, and if the referee's not going to say anything about it, he'll continuously do it.
No bones about it. The Irishman wants to exploit that cut. Ramping up the offense in round number 3 is Spike O'Sullivan.
Nice power jab by Sullivan.
And very fortunate for Spike.
There's the ripping left hook to the body.
Because
Gray says, "Nah, you didn't hurt me."
And that left hook to the body seemed to give him a little trouble. And these shots that he's throwing, these fast, rapid shots, don't have as much steam as they had previously in the first round.
Jabbing, stabbing to the body is O'Sullivan. His high guard. Gray scores with one right hand to the body. He's still working hard. Good pace and volume in this 154-pound showdown at House of Blues. They're trading in center ring now. Facebook Fight Night Live fans.
That cut is opened up again and again.
Oh, big left hook to the body hurt.
Absolutely.
Kyrie.
And another one. Another right hand. Knocks the mouthpiece
Out goes the mouthpiece.
Out goes the mouthpiece of O'Sullivan.
Oh, I thought it was Kyrie.
Time check. We're going to wipe off the bacteria. O'Sullivan going over the corner. Collins going to wash it off.
I think
Gray gets some insight from the corner.
The green, white, and orange kind of made it obvious.
Now down to the end of round 3. Backing up and on the defensive is Kyrie Gray. 10 seconds remaining. Spike O'Sullivan
Back to the body, though. You got to go up and down.
getting in command of this fight. The Irishman having good luck in St. Paddy's Day weekend fight.
Tonight's event is brought to you by Murphy's Boxing, in association with Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports, and presented by the Great South Bay Brewery, Boston Scally Company, Next Level Armament, and Montauk Ultra H2O.
Back ringside, going to start round number 4. Got to have that coagulant working if you're the Gray people.
Before we start the round, we got to start wiping off our laptops because there's blood everywhere on our tables.
Venus said he had a really great dry cleaner. I need it for the coat.
Okay, so I need an umbrella. Who knows?
Yeah. This is the stakes, man. That's why you don't wear the Armani to these things.
This is not tennis. This is boxing. We know the rules.
Yeah.
You're Wimbledon, wearing your Wimbledon whites, gentlemen. Round 4 of 10 starting off, and O'Sullivan comes out ripping to the body, and Gray answering with hand speed, but
Pump it. There you
with
go.
those
Pump it.
accurate punches. Fast and furious.
Move.
And calling for the movement is the Gray corner.
Again, everybody, let us know where you're watching from. Fight Night Live. We got a lot of people tuning in, and we appreciate everybody watching from around the world, from around the United States, from Ireland, wherever you're watching from, Dubai. Let us know. Tune in. Drop your comments below. Hit the share button. I repeat, hit the share button. And if you want Fight Night Live in your town, make sure they call Mark Fratto and make sure they call Michael Woods.
And Spike really needs to get back to that jab.
There you go. Pump that jab.
So this is round 4.
There There you go.
Gray got the memo that he has to be busier, or O'Sullivan is going to dissect him. Patient dissection from the man from Ireland. He doesn't want to let that happen to him. So, busier with the hands, flashy combinations, and then move, move, move is what his corner wants.
Right there, turn.
Right hand rip. O'Sullivan having luck with a left hook there as well.
Check. Check left hook. Right hand. Body two. Right hand. There you go.
Good combination on the inside by Gray. He's moving pretty good right now.
There you go. Move. One, two.
Kind of trying to control the pace and, keep keep Sullivan off him by using the jab and moving his feet.
And the last 2 rounds he's been making O'Sullivan miss more obviously several times. Believe possibly he has figured out Spike's timing a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll also keep an eye on that cut on the left eye. And he's doing well to not get butted by O'Sullivan or scuffed with the forearm or what have you when he's moving.
Kyrie
More of a
doesn't seem
chance
as
that,
bothered.
that cut doesn't open up again. Yes, Mr. Vina.
Yeah, he doesn't seem as bothered right now because he's not wincing anymore. He's not really getting hit,
Check, check.
but he's not doing a good job keeping him off him anymore.
He just slipped into that right hand from O'Sullivan, though. Let's see if O'Sullivan starts ripping more with that right hand to attack that cut again, as we saw 2 rounds ago. That's Irvin Gonzalez, the trainer, giving out advice to Gray, and who just got stabbed with the jab there.
Yes, he did. He just got stabbed with a jab and a right uppercut to the body. And one thing he's also doing, he's constantly Gray, that is, he's leaning over and he's getting hit with the right hand on the left side. That right uppercut was solid again. Gray is slowing down from these powerful shots that Sullivan is landing. He just landed another right hand on that eye. Another left hook to the body. These are hard 30 punches. Oh my goodness.
Vicious body shots. Lots of wear on.
You saw noticeably, precipitously, a drop-off at Gray late in that round. The body work, Xavier thought, really took it out of him late, possibly shot his load and worked too hard at the front side of that round, and then he just kind of fell off the cliff a little bit. Let's see if coming out for the next round that continues in that trend. Some replay action here, Xavier.
The jab set up the double right uppercut to the body because he hit him with one, then came back, hit him with a jab, and then threw it again, and then came back over the top and landed the right hand. Sullivan, look at that right hand, solid right hand. Here it comes again, another one, left hook to the body. Those shots are definitely hurting Gray, and as you can see, another
comes
one
back with it. That's when it really dropped his arms, and then you can tell that Packy Collins, brother of Hall of Famer Stevie Collins, is probably telling him go right back to that body and set this up.
And the ring doctor spent a little bit of extra time in Gray's corner.
Gray moves over to a neutral and comes out. Battle of the jabs to start out. They want to set the trend of who is going to be busier to start this round. And O'Sullivan is saying, I am going to take this round, and then an uppercut comes and says no from Gray. You're not going to take this round. Good action to start this
hard
fifth.
snapping jab. It snaps the head back of Gray. I think right now Sullivan is just too strong for Gray. Another right hand, left hook. Gray is really hurt. Gray is hurt, fellas.
O'Sullivan is having fun now.
Gray is hurt, fellas. This fight just might be
really
over.
beating him up to the body. Yeah. He's telling him he's going to do it.
Another right hand. I'm telling you guys, he's hurt.
And the blood is flowing. Gray is backing up, giving signals that he is hurting, as Porter picked up upon, and fellas, absolutely right. Spike O'Sullivan has picked up on it.
We seen this when Sullivan fought Antoine Douglas. This is like a repeat. These shots are strong, powerful, hard, and they can kind of destroy a young man's career.
Yeah, Spike knows he's not going to outbox people. He's just going to go in and try to pound on
Look at his face. Look at the state of his face. Like what Lennox said with Vitaly Klitschko. Look at the state of his face. Look at his face, fellas.
The stabbing jab. Spike O'Sullivan in complete control. Gray has fallen off a cliff at the end of round 4 and round 5. It's not going much better for Gary Gray.
He is literally, look at the right uppercut to the body. He is literally looking like Bill Butcher from the movie Gangs of New York right now.
Referee going to be taking a harder look now.
Spike O'Sullivan literally
look at the right uppercut to the body. Oh my goodness, ref.
Referee taking a hard look. Keep an eye on that referee
as
as
well as his
Spike
corner.
O'Sullivan stabs and jabs.
I don't know how much more. I don't know how much more Gray could take. I don't know how much more Gray could take. These are strong. That was low. That was low.
Halting the action now.
Yeah, that was low.
Yeah, Spike O'Sullivan literally sees blood right now.
I tell you one thing. That was a bad low blow. That was a bad low. You was
Packy
really,
Collins is yelling and saying that wasn't a low blow.
well, he was on the other side. He didn't get to see what we saw. That punch was definitely under the belt. And he was winning the fight hands down clean. He didn't have to hit him that low. And I don't think it was intentionally either.
A much-needed break, but I don't think 5 minutes is going to do it for him.
Yeah, he's bleeding all over the place.
I think that might be it.
You know.
That might be it, guys.
I think he's going to look at the cut.
Is that it? Is he pulling the plug?
Let's see.
Or is he giving him a whole 5 minutes?
I think he should take it.
He's giving him time.
I
Okay.
think he should take it to get himself back in the fight. Get your your adrenaline, your energy. Look at the shot. Look where it lands. Definitely low under the belt.
Yeah, it was under the belt.
From this
It was
angle,
the bottom
yeah.
side of the belly button. It wasn't
Yeah.
right in the testes. And we're starting action, recommencing. 1 minute remaining in round
If I was Sullivan,
5. O'Sullivan was in complete control,
Yeah.
and a right hand from Gray there. He enjoyed the little break, and he tries to come back guns a-blazing. Gray is coming back and trying to fire back.
if I was if I was Sullivan, I wouldn't even go to the body anymore. I'd just keep going head hunting because the blood is splattering everywhere. The referee would have no other choice but to stop the fight. As much blood as this man is losing.
Well, after you heard some of the with low blows and the body shots, don't feel too much. Don't feel. Oh boy, look at this.
Gray is just about spent. Michael Woods ringside with John Vina and Xavier Porter. We're seeing Spike O'Sullivan piling up the punishment, and Gray trying to answer back and actually having a little bit of luck as we have 10 seconds remaining in this round. Good back and forth action to end this round after Gray was just getting chewed up earlier.
He doubles over when he gets hit with those with those body shots.
As well as the jab. Now he's cut on both sides of his face.
Yep, cut under both eyes now.
And the ring doctor here comes. He's going to take a long look.
Dr. Warner's going to take a look.
Great camera work getting into that corner is our ace cameraman. In real tight, looking at Kari Gray. Coagulants on both eyes. Doc taking a hard look. Ref taking a hard look. And over in the O'Sullivan corner, does he look like he's having fun, guys?
Yes, he is. He's smiling. He can taste the blood in his meat. He can taste the blood in his steak. Whether it be rare or medium.
It's not sadistic in this sport because it's really in the contract of how you're supposed to act. You're supposed to finish a man off if he's hurt, and Spike O'Sullivan is well suited for that.
Yeah. Look at him standing in the middle.
Steve Clark
Look
called
at him.
timeout.
He's standing there with a big spot of blood on his left rib, on the left side of his ribs. Look at him. He has all of
With
Gray's
war
blood
written
around.
on his waist.
Yeah.
He loves it. Spike
And Packy Collins is saying, come on, start this fight. Stop giving him extra time.
Sometimes you get a little false hope of encouragement.
Oh, mercy. Kari Gray is giving a good account of himself from the heart department. I will say that. Spike
Absolutely.
O'Sullivan showing solid power in this fight against Kari Gray. 154 pounds, and yet, should we say, we haven't said it yet, looks real good at this weight, guys.
He does.
Sullivan, yes.
O'Sullivan looks real good at 154.
Certainly hasn't lost any strength.
That's what we talked about when we said we were told that the weight cut went fine for him. No, hasn't sacrificed any strength.
It's nice and relaxed.
Kari Gray can attest to that, we believe. Cut on both eyes, but he's answering back here in this round 6 of 10. Murphy's boxing card. House of Blues and Lansdowne Street, and moving now more. His corner would like that. Don't want to be stationary because Spike will chew you up. He's had luck with the right hand, cutting the left eye and then the left hooks to the body earlier. Hasn't been doing that so much late, but you see the nasty slice on the right eye of Kari Gray.
He's
brutal
definitely
shots.
giving a valiant effort, but these shots that he's getting hit with, the blood is splattering on the camera woman on the side.
Yeah, O'Sullivan's accuracy is getting better as the rounds progress, especially the last 2 rounds. Gray his reflexes are dimming here, guys. He's getting hit with things that he wouldn't have been hit with a couple rounds ago.
Award-winning photographer Emily Harney getting soaked in blood. She's going to have to clean off her lens.
More good action in this round. This is a co-feature. We have Dropkick Murphys next. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining in round 6. To the body goes O'Sullivan, another Irishman on the card here from Murphy's Boxing. Our numbers, our eyeball numbers from Ireland are going to explode. We say thank you to all our Irish viewers at Facebook Fight Night Live.
And again, kudos to matchmaker Mark Vaz, who's
Oh my
actually working
goodness.
the cuts for Spike O'Sullivan.
That's it. The ref stopped it. The ref stopped it.
Too much blood.
Yeah, the ref stopped
Too
it.
much
That's
And
it.
Kyrie Gray says, please, no, I want to
Yeah,
fight on.
that's enough.
Oh,
Yeah, the ref stopped it. That was
interesting
bad.
timing and stoppage. And Spike O'Sullivan is lifting Kyrie Gray up and says, no, man, you're a warrior. I love ya.
Yeah, he
Oh,
wanted,
Kyrie is really, really bummed.
yeah, he wanted to go. He wanted to continue to fight on. And look at his. Oh my goodness, he can barely see out his eyes right now. His eyes are cut. They are split on both sides. This is terrible.
The people here do not universally love it. The timing was a little bit strange. They thought that Gray was fighting back, but his corner isn't weeping or woeful.
I mean, as you can see,
A lot of blood there and a
Yeah.
couple gashes. So
yeah. I mean, they did the best that they could to stop the bleeding and the cuts. But you know, Sullivan was just coming. He was just gonna continue to come.
The corner couldn't stop the punches coming in.
Exactly.
couldn't stop the blood, couldn't stop the punches coming in. So referee stopped the fight. Mark Fratto is going to tell us the exact timing. And John Vina is going to be interviewing the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee in charge of this one, Steve Clark, calls for a halt to this contest. Your official time, 2 minutes, 7 seconds in round number 6. Your winner by TKO, the pride of Cork, Ireland, Gary Spike O'Sullivan.
Murphy's concert. But as you can see, the lead left jab again from Sullivan, just breaking down Gray. The shots that look at the right uppercut. Look at that right uppercut that Sullivan just landed. Continuously landed shots, and then a hard overhand right hand, and the ref said that's enough. The ref said that is enough. Too much blood, too many powerful shots, and you know, at this and Gray, valiant effort, full of heart. Really wanted to
just
continue.
collapsed.
Really wanted to continue. Just said, you know what? Enough is enough. Sullivan being the fighter he is, respect. You know, this is the sport. This is the sport of boxing. This is the sport of boxing, and like people always say, you don't play boxing.
And John Vina now with the win.